How you doing, Mr. KK Downing?
Hello, Cello, and hello, a big hello to one of the world's, if not the world's biggest metal city, Sao Paulo. It's great to speak to you, everyone, today.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I am very happy to speak to you. I have to hide my fan side, but it's not possible. You are a great musician, a great guy, and congratulations by this new album, KK's Priest, a
Yeah.
masterpiece, KK's Priest. My first question is about this album. Of course, you are 10 years out of a band, and I suppose you have written lyrics and recorded songs. Were the new album songs composed over this time, or did you start from zero when you decide to record this
Yes,
great
from
album?
zero. Zero, it was Christmas 2019. So basically, about a year and 9 months ago, I sat down and decided to see if I could write an album, and it all happened very quickly and came to me. I'm glad to say quite easily. It wasn't too difficult. Um, so yeah, then I was able to call the guys and say, I think we've got some pretty good songs here. Let's get the band, on the road, and the guys said, yeah, I'm in, and it was went on from there.
Okay, and I read your biography. It's a, congratulations. This is a great. It's a great book. And you said you said that in early 70s you felt a lot of freedom to compose. Yeah. Did you feel the same freedom now in your own band?
I did, absolutely, because as you say, I started writing it as a four piece back in the late 60s and through the 70s until Glenn and Rob joined the band. And yes, definitely with this album, I felt I had that freedom again, because I was on my own. Christmas time, the guys had gone back to the States, and and it was something that I'd done before, and and while I was going through the process, it just came to me, as you say, that I had the freedom. If I liked it, you know, then it was good, and if I didn't like something, it didn't get done. So artistically, that freedom was a nice thing to have after so many years.
Okay. And in this album, we realize you, how can I say, you referencing, you making a self-reference in your style, in your standards, the best of Painkiller album, the best of Screaming for Vengeance album, the best of British Steel album. It's in
In
this
that,
album. Yeah.
yeah.
Is it intentional?
No, really, when I sat down, because everything was empty, there wasn't any content there really until I started working on it. And I thought the best thing to do was just switch on to autopilot and just let all of the experience and all of the decades and all of the albums, let me just see if it will just come out naturally. And I think that that's pretty much what happened. But all the time I was thinking, I want to put songs together that I can play. We can play live on stage. I want all the songs to be viable to play. Because even in the past we did an album, but some songs stayed in the set list for years, and other songs we never got to play at all. But I wanted all of these songs to play a part because I think all of the songs have a very good energy, and I would like to play them all live, and and I, 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 yeah, it's going to be very difficult to put the set list together because obviously I would like to play some very archive and classic Priest stuff that I wanted to play for years, and also we want to play some stuff from the Ripper years. You know, I'm excited to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Later and
so all in all, it's going to be a very good combination of material to choose from. You know,
okay.
it's going to be difficult. Everybody's going to think different, but we can keep changing things around.
Okay, I remember Geezer Butler and Tony Iommi recording albums with musicians from new generations, trying to sound, say, modern. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever considered doing anything in this way?
No, I think, you know, when Rob left the band for all of those years and Ripper came in and helped us tremendously to keep things together, I think then, you know, we because Ripper was a different entity, he was younger, you know. I think that both myself and Glenn thought that we had a license to just change it up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, at the time, I mean, we don't know for sure, but if we'd have done a classic album at the time, you know, maybe there would have been too many people making the comparisons, you know, with Rob. So we did something a bit different, you know, and I think that was good. But putting this album together, I said to myself, really, that I always wondered what it would be like to have Ripper singing, you know, classic metal songs. You know, I always knew that would be good, really. But now I felt it was exactly the right time to do that.
Yeah, great. And did you feel that you need to release an album to prove something to the public or to someone?
No, I don't think so. I think that my whole legacy and my lifetime's work as, you know, I've written so many songs and played so many gigs, and, you know, I don't really need to prove anything. I just felt that it was a good time, like, to express a lot of emotions and sentiments. Some are personal, but some are not. Some are global, you know, and it's a connection with me and all of the audience. And it's a lot of things about this wonderful music, you know, that we've been on this long journey together with for so long, you know, and to be able to rejoice and celebrate that is a big part of this record. But it's also pointing out that the awareness of maybe, you know, us dinosaurs that are left walking the planet, one day will fall off the edge of the world, you know. And so we don't just want to be a page in the history book. We would like to think that this wonderful music is very strong and still there. And so through Sermons of the Sinner, I think that I would like to think it would encourage a lot of people to think to themselves, hey, you know, people still create this music, you know, and we think it has a great value and we would like to be a part of it also. And so if that happens, well, I'll be very, very happy, you know, to see some new bands coming through and some more great albums, you know, and I'm sure that will happen.
Okay. In the late 70s, England was dominated by punk music, and US was listening to Kiss or Aerosmith or Foreigner, and Judas Priest resisted all of that, and ended up influencing the new wave of British heavy metal. Yeah.
We were out there. It was tough with the new wave and the punk because all the venues, you know, were booking those type of bands, and lots of rock musicians. They were becoming new wave or punk, musicians just to get work and stuff like that. So again, it was Judas Priest fighting the battle. You know, we've been in many battles in our lives, you know, fighting for, you know, to keep this music in a position of strength. And that was, and wonderful. It was so wonderful to see the new bands come out at the end of the 70s, you know, the great Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, Saxon, and, you know, Venom, and so many bands, Diamond Head, and so many bands, you know, and it was a good feeling to think that we had held everything back and created a stage, a platform, you know, for the young blood, and that would be great to be able to experience that again, you know.
And how do you see this time nowadays of the musical industry? Is it harder than before?
Well, yes, it's the music industry. Obviously, you know, the last catastrophic thing that happened, obviously, was all the file sharing and downloading. But we came back, and it kind of turned around, because then the music industry became really strong, because live performances were very, very prolific, you know, like they were in the 80s, you know, so many concerts and people going to concerts. And that was a good thing. But unfortunately, the pandemic has given it a big, severe blow. But we will come back, and we will override that, and it will come back again. So, you know, but we need to be patient and keep making our music. I'm sure there's so many artists now around creating really good music and albums, you know, while we're waiting to go back on tour, you know. Even I am working on the next album, which is sounding great, you know. You know, but I'm looking, you know, the band is hopefully going to pick up some good shows and tours, because we want to obviously come and play for you all, you know, as soon as we can. We know that we know that South America, you know, is wonderful for what we do and the style of music, and so yeah, it would be a pleasure to come back as soon as we possibly can.
Okay, I'm sure you have no idea how many times Brazilians watched a VHS with Judas Priest concert in Rock in Rio in 1991. Do you remember this time? What are your living memories about that time?
Well, yes, it was a wonderful thing, because we had been promised so many times that we were going to go to South America, and it always got cancelled, you know. And then so eventually we got to go there. I think it was 3 or 4 days I had in Brazil, in Rio there, and obviously it was wonderful. The concert was fantastic, and we enjoyed it immensely. And hopefully we can come back again with KK's Priest on the bill somewhere and play for you.
Yeah, great. I know you like it so much, the Nostradamus album from Judas Priest. Did you think to record something more progressive in the next albums from KK's Priest?
I'm thinking that there's an awful lot of things that I would like to do, you know, and some of those things will be possibly in between albums, you know. But I think the albums themselves, I have a great concept in my mind now that I would like to deliver up, and therefore, you know, with giving the secrets away, you know, I see this journey now for the rest of my musical career. I would like to create something that continues. The story and the sermons will continue, you know, in one way or another. And So all the music I have in my head that I would like to, new music, um, deliver up. I would like it collectively to be a great collection, a great almanac of of the of the basically the end of my career, if that makes sense. Whenever that may come, and hopefully it's a long way away, but this story and this concept of the sermons, um, I would like to for it to be a continuation.
Okay.
That's what I
So, okay, but after this great album, don't get me wrong, but I am curious. Uh, do you still want to return to Judas Priest? Is there any chance of this happening?
no that they
That's over.
no I asked many times in writing, you know, even before doing this project, I said, "Are you absolutely sure?" And they said, "You're out. The door's closed." So then I decided to put KK's Priest together, and that's the only choice I've got. And now I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine with that. I don't see that there's any other option. Ever. I think it's absolutely unbelievable that Rob left the band for 12, 14 years. Glenn did solo albums with other musicians, but I was the loyal priest. Um, and I introduced them into the band in the beginning. For them not to allow me to continue, because they told the world that I had retired, so why not allow me to come back out of retirement if that's the only problem, the only issue, when there was an opportunity. Um, but there's a lot of misinformation, so, but without going into too much detail, you know, um, it's just, I just need to move on. The band is great. You know, the band, I'm really happy with the band. They're in love with the music, in love with everything. They're totally dedicated, and we'll kick some serious ass when we play live, because there's going to be like a serious amount of, me, you know, I only do it one way. One of the reasons I was unhappy, in 2010 was the band seemed to have slowed down and lost the energy and the the will to want to go out there and give 101%. This is
Yeah.
because I'm very grateful to all the fans that travel so far and spend money and take the time out to make arrangements. So when you're on the stage, you have to give 101%. You know, you have, you have to do that and enjoy doing that. So when we come to Sao Paulo, to Brazil, to South America, Latin America, Mexico, and everywhere else, we're going to be, we're going to put on a great show for you guys, playing
Great, great.
some great songs.
Yeah, and now the metal fans have another great band, KK's Priest. Okay, uh, thank you so much once again for joining us today. I hope to see you in São Paulo as soon as possible. I'm very glad to talk to you today. Okay, thank you so much, and feel free to leave a message to the Brazilian fans, please.
It's a pleasure, Charlotte. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and to say to all of the fans, thank you so much for being a part of the journey with me through life and enjoying this great music that we love and share together. And thank you so much for your patience. But KK and KK's Priest, we're looking forward to coming back and playing some concerts for you. And we know you're going to be singing out loud and proud and joining in with us. And we'll be together as one more time.
Okay, I will be there in the front row, raising my fist. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See
Thank
you.
you, Charlie.
Thank you. Bye bye.